everybody. Welcome back. We are right at the end of the season. We have one game left to play in this season. It is a European Cup final. How's it going to go? If we win, we've put 4 trophies in the cabinet, and I would say we've made Tottenham hot Spurs again. Hello and welcome to episode 59 of Making Tottenham Hotspurs again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have, as I said, one game for you. It is the game against Arsenal in the Europa League final, which is to be played in Vienna. And it is the culmination of our season so far. If you've been following the series so far, we've won the Carabao Cup. We've won the Premier League, and we've won the FA Cup. That's 3 of the 4 possibles that we had at the start of the season. We've got one more to go, and that is the Europa League final, which we're going to play today. And more about that in just a moment. But in the meantime, I'd just like to show you our new kit, the kit that we would be playing in next season. Going to continue because obviously FM23 is coming down the track, and where we are now, we are about to burst into October. We're expecting FM23 around about the 25th of October, the beta version, and we need to get prep for that as well. So we'll be starting with a new beta series. Who we're going to be managing, you'll have to wait and see. You can have a bit of a guess if you think about the last couple of years. Think about it. We'll come to it at some point or other. But in the meantime, Kit Basher's doing its job again. I've still got that video to do, and I just haven't had time to do it. I will get around with a little bit of a gap of things. I will try and do something for you ahead of FM23. That's assuming that FM23 can update the kits and stuff like you can in the previous incarnations. Fingers crossed that that's the case. But here are the new kits, as you'll see. Very stylish. The white with the blue going down with blue shorts, and then we have the bluey top going down to the goldy colour, and then the sort of yellowy going down to white. So they will be would be the new kits for the new season. But as I say, we are going to run them out for the first time in the Europa League final. So look forward to seeing those in use. Nothing's happened since you last with us. The 3-1 win against Manchester City in the FA Cup final. We still haven't had that trophy lift of the Premier League. I'm presuming that's not going to happen. If it does, rest assured you will see it here on today's episode. Right, we're going to do a little bit of a roundup then. So the Ernst Happel Stadium is where we are for this one, the Europa League final. It's happening in 4 days' time, so we've got a little bit of work to do before then. But just to recap, this could well be the last playing game of the episode. But what we will do is we're going to come back with a end of season review. So we'll do the usual end of season review. We will carry on with the transfers as we would do if we were going to carry on with the series, because what we're going to do is we are then going to have a couple of extra episodes just to fill in a little bit of space between now and the FM23 coming out. And what we're planning on doing is we're going to holiday for a year, so we get another season just to see what would have happened had we carried on. And then we will do a 5 years and a 10-year time just to see whether having set Tottenham back on the road to greatness, whether they continue with that greatness and see what sort of players they bring in and things like that. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this series running down to FM23. What I'm going to do in just a moment is I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you. In fact, we do it now. Let's do it now. There's the final. What we're going to do is we're going to change this. We'll go back to the group stages. Yeah, group stage. Now, I'm not sure where Arsenal were, so you'll have to bear with me. We're going to find them. They weren't in Group A. They weren't in Group B. They weren't in Group C. There is a way of doing it, of course. All groups. It's down the bottom there. That would make more sense. That would make more sense, Mark. I couldn't do it properly even then. Arsenal. Did they? I think they must have come via right, okay. I think they have come. Oh no, there they are. There they are. Group D. We haven't gone quite as far as Group D. They won Group D. Red Bull Salzburg, Real Betis, and Liège Warsaw were the sides that they were up against in Group D. So if we go to Group D, group stage, Group D, here we go. Let's see how they performed in that group. 0-0 against Real Betis started their campaign. A 2-0 win against Liège Warsaw. Having had a player sent off after 25 minutes, that was a good win. A 6-2 win against Red Bull Salzburg. A 4-0 in the return against Red Bull Salzburg. And 4-0 against Liège Warsaw. And then they 2-0 on the return for Real Betis. So apart from that 0-0 at the start, they had 5 wins, 1 draw, 18 goals for, 2 against, a plus 16 and 16 points from their campaign in Group D. Right, in which case, let's have a look at how they progress then. We'll go first knockout round and then we'll go tree, because we'll have a look and see how they've progressed. So, obviously, because they won the group, like us, missed the first knockout round, didn't need to compete in that. They beat Gladbach by 4-0 in the second round. That was aggregate score, I'm guessing these are. 7-3 against Milan on aggregate. 3-1 in the semi-final against Atalanta. Brings them to today's final. Our way through has been a little bit more. We were in Group G, if I remember rightly. We had Young Boys, Rapid Vienna, and Sarajevo, and we won 6 straight in ours. 35 goals for, 4 against, 31 goal difference, 18 points from our group, and again topping that group. And if you just want to recap on the scores, it was 11-0 against Sarajevo in the opening game of the competition, 5-3 against Young Boys, 4-0 against Rapid Vienna, 3-0 against Rapid Vienna in the return leg. What have I got this going? Wonky dunk. 3-1 against Young Boys at home, and then a 9-1 win against Sarajevo. That was 20 goals we scored against Sarajevo in this competition, which got the bulk of our 4 goals. That's how we progressed out the group. Top of the group by a long, long way. So let's have a look at our progress through the competition. Again, missing the first knockout round because we managed to win the group. Villarreal, it was a 6-0 on aggregate. Benfica was a little bit tighter, 4-2 on aggregate, having gone down. We're behind after the first leg, but managed to beat them in the second. And likewise with Barcelona, we were 2-1 down after the first leg. 6-3 against Barcelona. I think the one for me was the fact that we lost at home to Benfica in the first leg. but beat them at their place, which I think that was the biggest turnaround for us on that one, which is how we've ended up in today's final against Arsenal. So all well and good. Right, what we're going to do now is have a quick look and see at past history against Arsenal. We've won the last 2 games against them, both in cup matches. Of course, having played them in a final already this season, we beat them by 2-0 in the Carabao Cup, and then a 3-1 win in the FA Cup semi-final. We've also played them, of course, twice in the Premier League, beat them at our place 3-0, but lost at the Emirates by 1-0. So out of the last 5 times we've played them, we've beat them 4 times. You've got to feel reasonably confident, or is it a case of feeling too confident? That is the question. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with the game that we are here to watch. It is the Europa League final. It's against Arsenal, and it is at, I can never remember, it's the Ernst Happel Stadium in Vienna. And this is the team that will face Arsenal. And that man is back. Harry Kane has got himself back from a long-term injury to make this a final today. He can play 75 minutes apparently, but we'll see how that progresses. Let's have a quick look at his medical report. He damaged a kneecap back in May. That can't be right. He fractured his ribs and then come back, and then he's injured his kneecap. Suffered a damaged kneecap, no indication that caused a problem in the future. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Oh, in training. Current trainer, I think it must have been in training. So he was on the way back and then injured himself again, having been out for a couple of months. Originally going to be out for 3 weeks, and then just seems to have had a little bit of a run of injuries. These 2 recent ones, of course, torn hamstring out for 3 months last year, but he's back today, and he's ready and firing on all cylinders up front. Is he going to be rusty though? This is the question. It could be interesting to see. So this is the side that will face Arsenal in this Europa League final. Casteels in goal. A lot of shouting that we need to replace our goalkeeper during the close season, but let's face it, Casteels has got us through to 4 finals, or 3 finals and the Premier League, so he hasn't done too bad, obviously, but we'll be looking potentially to bring in somebody that will come in and whether straight away or in the long term will replace Casteels. Hernandez on the left hand side, Romero and Saul. Upamecano is on the bench. He needs a resting, which isn't ideal, I know, but he is taking a rest, so he will probably play the game at some point or other. But Romero and Saul start the game. Emerson Royal out on the right. Lo Celso and Holzberg in that central midfield duo. And then we have our usual 3. Well, I say the usual 3, but we do have 3. Koeman is on the bench today. Son, Mazulia, Abraham, where Koeman usually plays, out on the right-hand side. Kane up front then. Latula, Upamecano, Koeman, Ali, Reguilon, Dembele, Silva, Sanchez, Divine, Scarlett, Michael and Bergwijn are all on the bench for this one. And I'm pretty sure in saying, I will double check in a moment, but I'm pretty sure in saying out of that 12, is it on the bench? Where are we? Can we see the subs? Not on here, you can't. We'll do in the tactical information. We'll have a look in a minute. I'm pretty sure in saying there's 3 substitutions can be made in proper time. If it's any different to that, I will tell you as we kick on. And as I did in the game against Manchester City in the FA Cup final, this is the side that will face us. Arsenal manager, of course, Mikel Arteta, still in this particular save. Erga Khan, Hector Bellerin, White, Gabriel, Tierney is the captain. Brozovic, Lokonga, Bakusaka, Odegaard, Nelson and Martinelli are all that's the team. And then on the bench, we have Ramsdale, Estupiñán, oh dear, Saliba, and Maitland-Niles, Holding, Patting, Quindozi, Partey, Barco, Lacazette, Nikita, and Bernardeschi are all on the bench. Your referee today is Ovidio Hatigan. He is a Romanian. And you join us for this one. We've won 4 of our last 5, drew the other one. That was the game against Manchester City in the Premier League, final game of the season. Arsenal have won 3 of their last 5, lost 1 and drawn 1. Of course, playing in our new kit today. And Martinelli gets the game underway in this Europa League final in Vienna. And as you'll see, the kits look very, very nice. I think it's a bit of a couple of seasons ago, they played with a kit where the blue ran down into the shorts. Looked like it was going all the way down. Saul underneath that one, but he headed it straight to one of the Arsenal players, but managed to tidy up in the end. That's a long throw, but it's a poor throw at that. And Arsenal continue, but Mazulia wins the ball, but the follow-up ball wasn't any good. Didn't get through to Abraham. And Emerson Royal tidying up there. Abraham come back for this one. Hodgberg as we come forward. And he's cut it back. Mazulia heads it down for Kane. Kane looking for Son, who's into the area. But his opportunity has gone. Saka's injured by lots of it. Hernandez and Odegaard heads it clear, but only as far as Romero. Lo Celso. Back to Romero. Lo Celso through to Mazulia. Mazulia heads now. He's had a shot and defended well. Saka, I'm not sure if he run that out or kept it in. And 10 minutes gone. We have a corner. Son with the corner. Swings it in. Saul. And hearts must have fluttered then in the Arsenal camp. Saul doesn't usually miss those, or not by much anyway, and I didn't miss it by much on this occasion. One on the other side this time. Lo Celso swings it in. Yes! It was Romero headed it on for Minson, who was lurking at the far post. And I won't say it's a worked free kick, worked corner, but it did work in this instance. We'll see it again. Lo Celso here. Romero heads it across the front of goal, and Son is lurking and puts it away. 18 minutes on the clock, 1-0. Gabriel, a very speculative ball. Hernandez tidies up. He comes forward. Son, Mazulia, who's not 100%, but decided that we needed to play him. Hernandez to Abraham. Abraham, a tame header in the end. Tierney kicked that ball out for some reason. Is there somebody injured? I'm not thinking so. Emerson Royal with the throw in. He throws it to Mazulia, who brings the ball down, crosses the ball in. And I'm not sure who that was. Was it Kane? It was Kane. And Erga Khan was thankful to capture that. Tierney to Lokonga and Gabriel. Back to Lokonga, but Abraham tackles him, but Hodgberg not quick enough to respond. Erga Khan out of his area. White goes out wide to Bellerin, who comes forward. Nobody there to try and cut him off, and that's gone out wide to Saka. Surely he's offside. Not flag gone up, and play continues. Lokonga, Odegaard, Bellerin way over the top in the end. Emerson Royal with a throw in on this near side. Abraham back to Saul. Hodgberg out to Emerson Royal. Saul looking for Abraham, finds him. Abraham holds the ball, controls the ball, but not very well. Hodgberg! And Erga Khan reacted to that almost looked too late, but he did get to it. Son with a corner then. And Tierney heads it clear. Martinelli goes hurtling out towards it. As the half-hour mark comes up, we're still 1 in front. Casteels to Romero. Lo Celso, that was a bit dodgy as well. Hernandez to Romero. Hernandez, back to Romero. Lo Celso, back to Casteels, who passed it out to Romero. I thought he was going to launch that and then thought he'd made a mistake. Holzberg, Mazulia, looking for Abraham, finds him. Inside to Kane, who's picked up a yellow card. Abraham, and it was a poor shot in the end. As we go past the half hour. 10 shots, 5 on target. They've had the most of the possession, though. So we can't count everything as being red here. Tierney with the throw into Gabriel. Gabriel and White interacting. Tierney. As they come forward, Nelson. That ball through, but Saul's there. Cuts it out. Son. And he's lost the ball. As Arsenal. Abraham tackles and wins the ball. Holzberg. Mazulia, who's tackled. Abraham. And Erga Khan. Abraham hasn't been on form putting those away tonight. Son tidying up into injury time. 2 minutes of injury time, but it's Saka's managed to keep it in. And Saka's coming through, but it was a poor shot in the end. And Casteels more than equal to it. Half-time has arrived. We are currently 1 goal in the lead. That goal from Min Son after 18 minutes from a corner. Romero heading it on. Son lurking on the far post and puts it away. And it could be small margins this game properly. Harry Kane isn't performing at all, so might look at doing a bit of a swap around. 11 shots, 6 on targets, 50%. Not 50% possession, though. We're on 42% possession. 1.28 XG in the first half. Right, let's see what we need to do with the boys at half-time. It's not been a bad first half, but we certainly need to up the ante a little bit because Arsenal, as the game wears on, are going to come towards us. They've had 5 shots, 2 on target and 58% of the possession. We need to steal back some of this possession in the second half. And Abraham gets the second half underway. No changes at half-time. We have swapped the formation around slightly. Kane has gone into the advanced playmaker role. Abraham has moved up top and Mazulia has gone out to the right. And we'll see how that goes for a short while. Arsenal with a free kick. It's hit the wall, though, and didn't come through. But that's gone behind. I thought that had gone in the back of the net for a minute on the follow-up. Hodgberg with a free kick. It's into the area. He's sort of like, everybody thought he was going to fire a long one in, but didn't. Casteels out and Saul picking up that ball as the hour mark comes up. Tierney with the throw in. Lacazette. And Kane wins the ball. Mazulia couldn't hang on to it, though. And Nelson is free on this side. Can he cross the ball in? He can. It's in the back of the net. Martinelli gets his 23rd of the season. It's level after 61 minutes. And that's what I feared. Martinelli in loads of space and Casteels grabbing at thin air. Right, berate the team. Let's have a look at tactics. Tammy Abraham not doing it up front. Kane not doing it in there. So I think the trouble is, who have we got on the bench? I haven't got a known playmaker there. Right. First things first. I think we will take Harry Kane off. not doing it. Harry Kane today. Alfie Devine is going to come on for him. Mazulia is tired, and it's not his. Right, Mazulia is going to come off for Kingsley Coman on that right-hand side. Not been Mazulia's game today. He's tired. That's 2 changes we're going to make for the minute on the hour mark. And back underway. As you'll see, Arsenal have got themselves back into this. Hernandez goes out wide. Koeman, who's come on as a substitute. He's out there. Can he cross this ball in? No. He's got it back to Holzberg, though. Devine goes for glory. And it's well defended by Arsenal. It's gone out for a corner. And as you know, we're quite good at corners. We do need to have a look at the opposition instructions after this. Lo Celso with the corner. Solo! Ergun Khan. That ball coming back in. And, right, before they play their bit, we're going to check the instructions. Mark Odegaard tightly at all times. Hard but fair on him. Tightly at, Mark. Tightly at all times. Lacazette is on. We've got everybody else in hand. Right, brought that up to date. I think that is fair to say. Bellerin with the throw in on this far side. Odegaard heads it back, but Son is there, tidies up. Devine, youngster who's just started to break through into the side. Abraham, be interesting to see how he progresses. Son misses the target completely, and you'd have had Son hands down to have put that away, and he didn't. Saul is tired. Have to be making changes at the back. Lo Celso hits the wall. Lo Celso's been tackled. And Koeman comes and tidies up. Right. We need to make that Nicholas Saul there. He's tired. It's Davidson Sanchez is going to come on for him. Or do we bring Upamecano? I think we're bringing Upamecano on. Purely because Upamecano has the... Now, so I don't think we can make any more changes at the back here. We haven't got a right-sided defender now. Anyway, even if we did, on Mahale, can we make another change or not? I'm thinking not. No. Only 3 changes allowed, as expected, unless it goes to extra time, of course. Fists. Gonna make me proud. Upamecano, can he do a job? He might be able to score from a corner, of course. We can live in hope. Hernandez with a throw in now then. To Son. Son to Abraham. Just one bit of inspiration here. Koeman. He's into the area, out of the area again. Back to Holzberg. Holzberg to Devine. Koeman. We've missed the target all too often today. Barco is on now for Arsenal. I think we could deploy the same tactics to these. Saliba is on as well. Trigger and press. And as we head past the 80-minute mark, Hernandez with a throw in. It's a long throw to Son. Son back to Hernandez. Lo Celso. Hodgberg, he's curled it, but it's just a bit too wide. 1-1 the score as we head down towards full time. Extra time will be played. 30 minutes of. Lo Celso to Son, unless we can get a deep winner. Divine! It's offside. He's definitely offside. He did look in acres of space. Oh, no, he's not. He's got, well, I take that back. His 7th goal of the season, Alfie Devine. He's come on. He's come through the ranks. He was onside. What was that all about? We may well just have won the Europa League and the 4th title this season. I see that player there. But not interfering play, I presume, is where they decided that. Right, tactically, we need to shut this down. Divine has done his job absolutely spectacularly. Alfie Devine can play as a deep... Alfie Devine and not anything in it. Alfie Devine and Lo Celso, nothing in it. We'll drop Alfie Devine back there. Let him do a job. He may just have got the winner for us. And oh, may. Can we hang on to this? It's a balanced, confirmed changes. We are in the first minute of injury time. 4 minutes of injury time to play. Can we hang on to this? Highlight. Castiles, Romero, Divine, unless we do something really daft here. Lo Celso, it's all over. The referee has blown the whistle. We have won the Europa League, our 4th title of the season. And boys and girls, what a way to win it. And we're going to lift the trophy here. More confetti on the pitch. We've beaten Arsenal again. A 2-1 win. And I think, as I said right at the start, we've made Tottenham Hotspurs again. And beaten Arsenal twice in doing so. How about that? That has got to be a season and a half, not only winning 4 trophies, but beating Arsenal twice to do it as well. 20 shots, 7 on target, 2.31 on the old XG, 47% possession. They always had us on possession in this game, but 11 shots, 4 on target for Arsenal, 0.75 XG, 53% possession. What can you say? That was stupendous. Alfie Devine getting player of the match for winning it for us, and we pretty much outplayed them one way or another. So tactically, I think was pretty sound, and really, really happy with that. Right, there isn't much else to see, but we'll come back for the media farage and what they're saying about this win against Arsenal. Well, you come back. This is the screen that we saw. Europa League at Tottenham lift the Europa League. A 2-1 win against Arsenal. Son after 18 minutes. Martinelli after 60 minutes. And Divine on 90 minutes getting the win for us. And this is what they say. Victorious Tottenham celebrate a famous quadruple. Tottenham are celebrating a magnificent quadruple after beating Arsenal 2-1 in the UEFA Europa League final at the Ernst Happel Stadium. Tottenham have won the UEFA Europa League, the Premier League, the Emirates FA Cup and the Carabao Cup this season. Tottenham will certainly look back at some great wins along the way, perhaps the most notable including a highly impressive 11-0 dismantling of Sarajevo, their convincing 6-3 aggregate win over Barcelona, and their convincing 6-0 aggregate win over Villarreal, and their 4-2 aggregate win over Benfica. Despite being considered among the leading contenders to win the Europa League, manager Mark Just Offside has deservedly received the plaudits for guiding Tottenham to a monumental quadruple. Just Offside lifted the Premier League with Tottenham in May and can now add a further success to the growing list of honours and an impressive managerial career. So, We have taken over the trophy from Gladbach last season. I can tell you West Ham have also won the Europa Conference League as well. So English sides doing quite well. I'm not sure who's in the Champions League final, if that's not already been played. We will check that out and see if we've British sides have actually done a Grand Slam on the cups and trophies this year. There we go then. Victorious Tottenham celebrate the quadruple. We've just seen that post-match. We were at 7.35 million for winning that. Medals be given out. I'm hoping Alfie Devine has got a medal. Yes, he has. Good. He only made that one appearance, that substitute appearance, scored a goal, and yeah, pretty good. Average rating wise, Lo Celso was top of the pile, Minson, and then Alfie Devine. Just Offside has states his claim as he is one of the most successful English managers of all time after winning the Europa League, boasting a record of that is comparable to the greatest. There you go. Fans praise Mark Just Offside, having witnessed their team lift the Europa Cup. It obviously has pleased the board, which I should hope it has. Fitness concerns, but we're not too worried about that. We're at the end of the season. 923,000 from television revenue and a further 3.49 million coefficient ranking pool money and all that jazz. Right, collective bonus payout, coaches' voices, Europa League review. Assignment is complete. That's something else we'll be looking at. Europa League bonuses paid out as well. Real Madrid paid 500,000 to Sergio Reguilon if we win the competition, obviously. Something along those lines. Right, can we actually see Champions League here? Champion. There we go. UEFA Champions League. The final hasn't been played, but I can tell you it is going to be a Grand Slam of Europe competition wins for English sides this year. West Ham have won the Europa League conference. We've won the Europa League, and either Manchester United or Liverpool are going to win the Champions League. So it's a clean sweep for English sides in this one, 1st of June. So that's going to be played out on Saturday. I'm guessing we'll probably come back in just a couple of minutes and see how that one pans out. In fact, we'll do that, and then we'll tell you what's coming up on the final episodes of the series. Oh, it took us a little while to get there, but Liverpool have beat Manchester United by 2-1 after extra time in that one. I'm not sure we can see it. Oh, we are going to see it. Thank you very much for doing that for me. Just bear with me a second. So Osimhen scored after 18 minutes. Firmino equalising after 26. And it was Santos 4 minutes into extra time that gave Liverpool the win. They held out 20 shots, 9 on target, nearly 50%. They had the bulk of the possession as well. So that was how the Champions League ended in this one. So it is a English route of the European European Cups this particular season. Just a couple of things. We will round these up on the review of the season, but I just thought I would quickly have a quick look at these if you don't mind. Very quickly, Lo Celso, Son, and Upamecano, the top 3 in the Euro Cup Player of the Season awards. Son winning the Golden Boot. He scored 11 goals from 13 appearances, 6 assists on a 7.92. And if you look at the team of the Euro Cup squad of the season, as you'll see, Jurgen Kahn, Gabriel and Odegaard from Arsenal in the sides. The rest are all Tottenham: Romero, Upamecano, Hernandez, Emerson Royal, Lo Celso, Son, Koeman and Kane are the players that are in the side for that. Just realised that our kit hasn't got any sponsor on. I'll have to go away and put that right, won't I? So that at least it's got it's got sponsorship on it. Right, well, that is pretty much a roundup. As I say, we can't really go any further with this, in as much as the whole premise of the series was to make Tottenham Hotspurs again, and I think without any shadow of a doubt, we have achieved that at least. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was exciting, and if you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of our other series, To Be a Legend and From the Bottom to the Top, as we head towards FM23. There are some more episodes of this. If you're interested, we will have a end of season review, as we normally do at the end of a season. That will come up next, and then we'll have a couple of extras just chucked in. We'll have a look 1 year on what will happen next season if we would stay with it, and then we'll go for a 5-year and a 10-year just to see how things progress for Tottenham. Is this a one-off? Is this a season when they hit that pinnacle and then drop away again, or is it a long-term success thing that we've set up here at Tottenham? That's what we'll find out. New episodes of Making Tottenham Hotspur, so these extra episodes and what have you will continue to go out Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. for now. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for pretty much the final episode, episode 60. It's out on Tuesday. It is the end of season review and transfer special. Until then, very excited and a very happy goodbye.